Good morning. I'm Dennis Akizuki. I'll be your chairperson for this morning's service. Before we begin, just a reminder, we don't allow food or drinks in the Hondo. Also, please turn off your cell phones or put them on silent. Thank you very much. Do we have anybody here for the first time? Would you like to introduce yourself? Welcome. Anybody else? Welcome. Thank you for coming. We will begin this morning's service with Sambujo, which you'll find on page 24 in the large service book, followed by Sutra Chanting Jusege on page 23 in the small service book, or page 93 in the large service book. So for the new people, we did Sambujo, which is kind of a welcoming chant. Jusege, what we chanted next, is actually part of a sutra, and there are 3 sutras that are the main sutras that we follow in our sect of Buddhism, Jodo Shinshu. The sutras are the words of the Buddha, as remembered by his disciples, and they're not just 3 sutras; they're like thousands, like 76,000 sutras. But of all those sutras, 3 of them are the ones we follow. We chant them not necessarily to understand what the words are, but chanting as a group to get ready to hear the Dharma talk. So please rise now for Gatha with Gasho from the Heart, which you'll find in this yellow handout, 2nd and 3rd pages. And please remain standing for the 3 treasures, page 3 in the Small Dharma School Service Book.
Here we come together, some were near and some were far, in spite of all the differences, we reach for the same bright star. And on this human pathway, we may earn a step or 2, but always we'll remember to feel deep gratitude and hear Satan and Buddha as we gasho with hands placed together without a shred of doubt. We joyfully receive the truth. With gasho from the heart, come gasho komasa, namo amida butsu, namo amida butsu. As we gasho with hands placed together, without a shred of doubt, we joyfully receive the truth. Gasho shimashou, utaimashou, namo amida butsu, namo amida butsu. With gasho from the heart, with gasho from the heart, namo amida butsu, namo amida butsu. Okay, thank you very much. So we're gonna use this book this time. All right, so this smaller purple book. Please open page 3, 3 treasures. So if you read this three treasures, so you're gonna read the leader and sangha part, and there is a line, the 3rd line, paragraph. There's a line saying that in a spiritual universal brotherhood. But when you read it, please replace the brotherhood with oneness. So we're gonna read like this: in a spirit of universal oneness. Is that okay? All right. 3 treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be free from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into yourselves the principle of your way to enlightenment and awaken yourselves for spiritual will. I take refuge in Dhamma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the doctrine and gaze wisdom as deep as the old ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in a true accord, your life of harmony, in a spiritual universal oneness, free from the bondage for selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of kalpas, how is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine? Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teaching. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Okay, thank you. Please be seated. Good morning. How are you? Good. Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to say thank you, everybody who welcomed my parents when they visited San Jose. They visited San Jose 2 weeks ago. They really had a good time in San Jose, and they joined the Obon Festival. They danced together with many dancers here. This year we had the 1,700 people, 1,700 people for the first day for the Obon night. So it was a kind of big festival again, and they really enjoyed the Obon festival a lot. Thank you very much, everybody. And after the Obon service, after Obon festival, I took them to the Las Vegas. And then, fortunately, my dad won $30. And they tried the Dr. Fish. It's a type of the kind of spa. You're gonna kind of put your feet on the fish tank and then let the fish eat the kind of bad skin or something like that. They really enjoyed it. Yeah. Thank you, everybody who took care of my parents during their stay in San Jose. Thank you. All right. So I'd like to begin my talk for a reading of the kind of word from the Sambutsuge. If you wouldn't mind, please join me in Gassho. Place your hands together at your heart center. I vow that when I have become a Buddha, I shall carry out this promise everywhere, and to all fear-ridden beings shall I give great peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda. Okay. Today, I'd like to talk about gassho and bowing. Okay. So, what are the gassho and bow like? We just did it, right? If you're able, please try to join me in standing up to do gassho and bow. Okay? Gassho from gassho. Place your hands together and bow. Well done. Okay, thank you. You look all kind of very dignified. Okay, thank you very much. Please be seated. Okay. Gassho and bowing are Buddhist forms of greeting and a gesture of respect toward the Buddha and those who in front of us. They are a way to convey respect without speaking by using body language. However, it's not just about bowing your head and putting your hands together. So there are more to it than that. Okay, let's look at the next bows. Okay, I'll show you the two kinds of bows. Okay, first of all, Number one. Number two. One more time. Number one. Number two. Okay. Can you tell the difference? Okay? Yeah. So what is the difference? Yeah. The first example, first bow, actually show that the my head, wasn't being bowed at all. Since coming to America, I noticed that some people bow this way, like this. Okay. Are you familiar with the movie The Karate Kid? Yeah. Has anyone seen it? Okay. Yeah. Ne? I have. And then in one scene, when the main character bows, Mr. Miyagi, the karate master, says, bow when looking at the person. It seems that many people started imitating Mr. Miyagi and then began bowing while looking directly at the other person. Yeah. In martial arts, bowing is a sign of respect to your opponent. However, if you suddenly have to fight with others, looking away could show vulnerability and put you at the disadvantage. That's why Mr. Miyagi taught to maintain eye contact while bowing. If you practice karate or judo, it's good to bow while looking at your opponent's eyes. But please try to differentiate this from the bows you perform in the Buddhist church sitting. In the Buddhist church temple, bowing is a way to show respect and trust to the Buddha or the person in front of you, or Sangha. It is not the gesture toward your opponent, okay? So it's important not just to lower your head, but to show the top of your head, which is the most vulnerable part of our body. So this act symbolizes that you are in defenseless state and are conveying the trust by saying, I mean you no harm. Now again, if you can, try practicing this bow with someone next to you, please. Where is that again? And then, so if you feel kind of embarrassed, you can practice toward the Buddha instead. Okay? All right. When you bow, count 1, 2, 3. So at your 3, so you're gonna raise your head to the center. Okay? So we're gonna start. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good job. Thank you. Please be seated. Perfect. All right. In addition to bowing, which expresses a commitment not to cause harm, we also have familiar gestures such as handshakes and hugs that serves to show trust and friendliness in America, right? Before coming to the United States, I actually studied. I learned how to shake hands. In Japan, shake hands are not as common. When I practiced, I was told to give a firm handshake. Yeah. How did the handshake come about? Historically, the world was filled with violence. There were few people who could communicate in languages other than their own. Translated devices didn't exist back then. Despite the existence of diverse ethnicities, races, and nations, the key to gaining trust from the people of other cultures was to demonstrate that you pose no threat. Since people couldn't understand each other's languages, they used gestures like handshakes and hugs to show that they weren't hiding any weapons. The gesture of handshakes shaking hands and huggings originated from the intent to showing that you meant no harm and to expect the same from the other person. Whether it's bowing or shaking hands, if you trace the reason behind these gestures, you'll find that they all stem from the place from caring for others. However, what sets the Buddhist bow apart from the handshake is that it expects nothing in return. In Buddhist bow, offering the head to the other person symbolizes showing respect and fully entrusting yourself to them, even though you don't know what will happen to your own life. One of the essential manners in the Buddhist services is gassho, right? Or putting our hands together. Okay, gassho is an Asian form of salutation, and that has been practiced in India since the birth of Buddhism. In countries like India, Sri Lanka, and in Nepal, people still use gassho to show respect when they meet somebody. In India, have you been to India? No? I have. Twice. Okay. And the greeting, namaste, is often used with gassho like this. Namaste. Namaste combines namas, which means I bow or I respect, with te, which means you. So namaste essentially means I respect you. Bishop Harada mentions in his article, namu literally means to bow one's head, and it comes from the Indian words namas. What are we bowing to when we say Namo Amida Butsu? We are bowing to Amida Buddha. Amida Buddha is not a being or deity or historical person. Amida Buddha is a symbol of the content of enlightenment, great wisdom and great compassion. We bow our head to the truth of enlightenment, saying Namo Amida Butsu, and we come to receive the truth of wisdom and compassion into our heart and mind. This is the quote from the Bishop Harada's article. So, given this, let's try doing gassho. Place your hands together again and bowing together. If you can, again, please stand and then try to help you stay awake. Okay. Place your hands gently together in front of your chest. Some people kind of tend to close their eyes tightly while they're doing the gassho, but try relaxing your shoulders and eyes, keeping your eyes open, and looking at the Buddha image as you recite Nembutsu. Okay? Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, and bow together. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, thank you. Good job. Thank you very much. Please be seated. How does it feel? Good? There's no pressure to do it, but please give it a try next time when you do gassho and bow. As Reverend Harada mentioned, as we express our deep trust and respect toward the Buddha with our whole body when we do gassho and bow and say Namo Amida Butsu, meaning I trust Amida Buddha. However, have you always done gassho and bow with this mindset? Personally, I often feel that I don't always think of this this way. It often feels like a formal act done just because everybody else is doing it, rather than with a deep, heartfelt intention. Even if our hearts isn't fully in it, practicing the form is very important. This is because starting with the form often helps the heart to follow later on. I mentioned that the gassho and bow express a deep trust, but it's not just it's not just me independently choosing to trust Amida Buddha. Trust cannot be built by just one side. Why do children naturally trust their parents? It's not because the children independently decided to trust them. From the moment we have no memory, our parents have given us milk, held us when we cried, and showed us with love, showered us with love. And through these countless acts of care, we gradually built trust, believing that this person will never abandon us, and we can be ourselves in front of them. However, in this world we live in, it's rare to meet someone we can truly trust deeply. Even finding one such person is a great fortune. Sadly, even if we open our hearts and trust someone, their attitude can change easily and leading to feeling of betrayal. Likewise, there might be times when we ourselves have to turn away from someone due to changing circumstances. In such a world, truly opening your hearts and trusting each other is incredibly difficult. Here, I'd like to share the interesting message which our Ramma transform includes, which is located above the entrance of the outer area, Naijin. Look at these kind of transforms are called the Ramma in Japanese. And when you visit our Hondo main hall, you can see the gorgeous sculptures of the peony flowers and a peacock here, this side, and that side too. These sculptures question us about what our lives take refuge in, and if we have somewhere we can truly feel safe. In Japan, the combination of certain animals and plants such as Chinese lions and peony flowers are popular. You can often see the combinations in kimono patterns, and you can see these combinations in kimono patterns in Japanese traditional arts. And so the Chinese lion is a kind of animal here. So when we say the lion, so Chinese lion is the same kind of is the same animal as the lions nowadays. As we say, the lion is the king of the beasts, and it seems to have no natural enemies. It is because lions form the herd called the pride, and line at the top of the savanna ecosystem. But they are only afraid of harmful insects or diseases which live or feed on the blood of mammals and eat flesh underneath the skin, which can kill the lion as well in the worst case scenario. So lions spend their nights under the peony flowers, where these harmful insects die by evening due to peony flower. For lions who have a fear of dying because of these pests, under the peony is the only place where they feel safe and at peace. Especially male lions live in the world of constant predation, where even the slightest slackness can result in their pride being taken over and their children killed, living side by side with fear. I thought that this might be the place where the lion's heart, which must have always be strong in front of the enemies, is freed and rests in peace. That is why lions and peony combination is common in Japanese art. Then, now take a look at our Lamma. I think the point is that there are peonies facing toward each of us, not to Amida Buddha. I believe that this is a big question to us from our ancestors and Shinan Shoni, who is our founder of tradition. Where is peace, place of peace for your life? Based upon the story of the Chinese lion, here I would say that we can understand that place of peace could be like a shelter, somewhere we can unload our sufferings, anxieties, and fears which we have. And home, somewhere we feel safe, at peace, and be ourselves. But it doesn't always refer to certain places. It can be a person who makes you feel at home and who makes you feel protected. Just like the place of peace for a lion is under the peony flowers, the place of peace for our lives could be like a shelter in a home, somewhere where we can be vulnerable and free from any fears, anyone's, or our own judgment, and somewhere where we will be allowed to be ourselves as we are. As we in this world always judging others, this person is good or bad, winner or loser, rich or poor, something like that. On the contrary, it also means we are evaluated by people surrounding us. It is incredibly inevitable for us to be judged as long as we live in this world. Also, even the person who looks perfect and is strong has their own sufferings and anxieties. We just can't see it. We also always manage to hide our own weaknesses and anxieties from others and show ourselves bigger than our real selves by our words and behaviors. So looking back at how we live, I projected ourselves deeply into a Chinese lion who is regarded as a king of a savanna because they are truly not very strong like a lion. We are truly not very strong like a lion, but try to pretend to be stronger and bigger than others, like a lion. So going back to the peony flowers in the Ramma, it questions us, where is place of peace for our lives, for your lives? And the Sambutsuge, which is commonly chanted for the services that I read at the beginning of the service, there's a line, Issai kuku isa dayan. So if you want to see the line, let me see where it is. Issai kuku isa dayan. This is my favorite part. 83. So there's a line, Issai kuku isa dayan. It means the reason why Amida's great compassion is turning for us. Amida wished to attain enlightenment when Amida was still at the stage of Bodhisattva, because Amida solely wanted to give peace, great peace, to all beings who live in fear. Amida Buddha wishes for us to be able to accept the Pure Land and his wisdom and compassion. Its wisdom and compassion as a firm place of peace, where every living thing is equally embraced beyond any comparing and discrimination, without any sufferings, anxieties, and fears in our lives. The images of the peonies on Lamma are facing towards us. I can say that it is showing us that Buddha Dhamma is here for us as a something we can take refuge in, as a place of peace, where we are allowed to be accepted as we are, with our weaknesses, anxieties, and fears. So just like the place of peace for lions is under the peonies, it is a Buddha Dhamma for us. So therefore, we can bow our heads to the Buddha with complete peace of mind. We can entrust ourselves entirely because the Buddha will never abandon us, attack us, criticize our existence, or punish us, even if we expose our weaknesses. In a world where we constantly measure and are measured by various values. And obstructed wisdom and compassion of Buddha always illuminate and warmly embrace our lives. So as we repeatedly hear about this wisdom and compassion, which allowed us to be our true selves, we naturally come to bow our heads and recite Namo Amida Butsu. Even if it starts as a mere form without heartfelt intention, gradually our hearts will follow and will be nurtured into a sincere and precious expression, Namo Amida Butsu. This is the essence of the true Shinjin, true heart, and trusting heart. Okay, let's conclude this talk with Gassho and Namo Amida Butsu and bow at the end. Join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sensei. We'll go home and practice bowing now, right? Please rise for Gatha Ondoksan 2, which is on page 76 in the small Dharma School service book. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you. Please be seated. Are there any announcements?
Hi, my name is Ralph Malika. I've been coming to the Buddhist Temple for over 10 years. I've never gotten up here and made announcements, but I feel at this time it is appropriate to make two announcements. One's to Gilbert, who had volunteered to greet people and hadn't volunteered, has done it for years, so let's give a big round of applause for him. Second one is one of our oldest members here. She just turned 101 years old on July 22nd, Mrs. Michi Ichitani. Some of you might know her. I'm good friends with her. I was roommates with her son. She had 5 siblings. I came really close with the family. In fact, to this day, every Thursday morning, I always go deliver food to her, and she's just a very beautiful person. So I just wanted to shout out. She's been a member of the Buddhist Temple for, I know, more than 85 years or maybe longer, but she's been a member of the BWA for years. So I just wanted to wish her a very thankful and prosperous year. She's still sharp as a tack. She has a better memory than I do, and I'm 76. And she still gets around. She lives at home. Her kids still watch over her, but She's still self-sufficient and living at home at 101 years old. It's amazing. So thank you.
Thank you for waiting for me. I'm here to announce the Panda Express fundraiser. It's the last fundraiser for the FBWA conference, which will be held October 5th and 6th? 4th and 5th? Sorry. And this fundraiser will be a week from this Friday. So it'll be Friday, August 9th. And the code is 923254. If you get the Dharma, there is a flyer in the Dharma that has all the details because you need to order online for this fundraiser. And we thank the Panda Express Company for being so generous, not only with our organization, but with all nonprofit organizations. They are very generous. So thank you very much. Oh, one more thing. I heard you singing for the Gothas, and you all have beautiful voices. This is a plug for the choir. So we will resume rehearsals on Tuesday, September 10th, and we'd love to have you. So, and we're all very friendly. So, okay, thank you.
And also, we have the Adult Blues Association rummage sale coming up this Saturday. If you want to bring things in, if you have things that you want to get rid of, you can, old clothes and stuff like that, you could bring them on Thursday and Friday, I think from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., both days. And the rummage sale is on Saturday from 9 to 2 p.m. Anything else? Any other? So let's close with Gasho.
Please join me in Gasho. Place your hands together at your heart center. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you.
Please join us for refreshments in the garden and come up to do a shoko. Thank you very much for coming.